Morning, morning, morning. McCarty, how are you? Welcome in. Happy Monday. Quarantine hype. I don't know about all that. It's starting to go a little bit stir crazy here. What's up, Crypts from the Crypt? Coming through with the bits right off the bat. I really appreciate that show of love and support for the channel. Hope you're doing well. There it is. Tron player extraordinaire. How are you today? Busy, I assume? Pardon me, I'm just doing some little social media stuff here. Trying to do a couple go live posts. I'll put something on my Twitter as well. Then we'll go ahead and get started. Working from home, not doing shit. Running to the bank shortly to get a cashier's check for closing tomorrow. Yeah, you and I are going through almost exactly the same thing at exactly the same time. It's really quite interesting. That reminds me, shout out to anyone who's still having to work during all this nonsense. I know it's not pleasant. I think our governor shut down everything that is non-essential here in New Jersey. Pissed at my other bank for their poor wire transfer ability. Yeah, I've only had the wire funds once before. It was kind of complicated. And then when you think wire, you think instantaneous, but it's not instantaneous. All right, my scary face up here for everyone. All right, I think we're ready to get started. A short little introduction for those that don't know. My name's Chuck, aka Basic Land Shark, here on Twitch. Streaming Jund today. Big surprise. Those that follow along know that Jund is a deck near and dear to my heart. I love the modern format. It's my favorite format to jam by far. So we're going to be doing that. Happy Monday. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Nobody is doing well right now with being quarantined. Everybody's somewhat happy to be home, you know, with their families and stuff, but it's a bad situation, so I don't want to make light of it. Certainly something that is on the forefront of my mind is the potential for this to cause harm in people's lives and stuff, this virus and stuff. So don't want to gloss over that. I certainly hope everyone's doing well, everyone's safe, and able to stay home during this. If you can't, I really feel bad for you. So if you're at work right now and I can make your day somewhat better, I'm gonna try. We've got Jund on the agenda today. I think we're gonna jam a league here. I did make a couple of changes to the deck since the last time that I streamed with it, so we'll go over just a few of the notable changes. And like we usually do around this time, let's do a little card by card. We're going to start with the mana base this time. We have 4 copies of Blackcleave Cliffs, 1 Blood Crypt, 3 Bloodstained Mire, 1 Forest, 1 Mountain, 1 Nurturing Peatland, 2 Overgrown Tomb, 2 Raging Ravine, 1 Stomping Grounds, 2 Swamps, 4 Verdant Catacombs, 1 Wooded Foothills to round out the mana base. Moved up to a 3rd copy of Fatal Push, so we got 3 copies of that. I think it's going to be good in those mono red aggro matchups. 4 copies of Inquisition of Kozilek, 2 Thoughtseize, 3 Lightning Bolts. 2 copies of Dark Confidant, 1 Scavenging Ooze, 4 Tarmogoyf, 2 Kroxa, Titan of Death's Hunger, 2 Assassin's Trophy, 3 Wrenn and Six, 4 Liliana the Veil, 2 Kolaghan's Command, 1 Maelstrom Pulse, and 4 Bloodbraid Elf. Moving on to the sideboard, we've got a single copy of Grafdigger's Cage, 1 copy of Collector Ouphe, 2 Collective Brutalities, 1 Klothys, God of Destiny, 2 Ashiok Dream Render, 1 Choke, 2 Pillage, 2 Plague Engineer, 1 Huntmaster of the Fells, 1 Boil, and 1 Kalitas, Traitor of Ghet. And that's pretty much the deck that we're on today. Hopefully the microphone is coming through nice and clearly. It's not too loud. My plosives are not blowing up your eardrums. Puh, puh, puh. Okay, hopefully that sounds good. If anybody is not happy with the microphone, let me know. I'll turn it down a little bit. Also, if you want to play music in the background, feel free to do so. I'm not going to play music today. It makes it a little bit harder to repurpose the content elsewhere. Sounding good? Alright, so I think we're ready to get started here. And don't think we need to jam any practice games either. Let's make sure that Cardboard Live is updated with the correct deck. Alright, looks like Cardboard Live is updated. So on a lighter note, who's watching Tiger King on Netflix? Anybody with... Mrs. Basic Landshark is obsessed with that show, and it's been on constantly in the background. It's really wild. And I've got a funny story I'll tell everyone a little later if you remind me, pertaining to Tiger King. Just a really, really crazy show. Can't believe it's based on reality, but it is. So it looks like we got the correct deck selected. And let's go ahead and get started. Let's make sure our better Twitch TV emotes are working like they are. So matchups that I'm expecting to face a lot of today are Mono Red Aggro, Tron, and Amulet Titan. Also some number of Urza, you know, decks, whatever variant that they're on this week. Spaghetti, how you doing, Spaghetti? Happy Monday. What kind of systems you got? Computers and mics? Everything that I am working with is in the panels below my channel, just so that I don't have to name them. I actually purchased a pre-built computer about 2 years ago for this. It seemed to fit the bill, and with graphics cards being so high and stuff, it was actually not a bad choice. Run the die roll. That's awesome. This hand looks pretty sweet. Gonna keep this. Turn 1 discard. Kind of what you want. Yeah, but if you check the panels on my page, all my specs are right there. If you have any questions about anything in particular pertaining to that, I'll try and answer. Are you looking to getting into streaming, Spaghetti? Lead off here with Overgrown Tomb. Try and shake off some of these nerves. I always get nervous early on in the process. So this is a Death Shadow deck if I've ever seen one. I would recommend it. It's very fun. It's entertaining. It's very fun. It's very interactive. And that's what I'm all about. So we should probably just go ahead and take this Death Shadow out of their hand. If you were to stream, would it be Magic the Gathering, or would it be this format? What would be the purpose of your streams? Nice. Wrenn and Six is perfect turn 2 play. Definitely happy about that. I think I'll just get a mountain here. Mountain means we can't cast Lily. We draw one turn 3. We'll have to get it back with, get a fetch land back with Wrenn and Six. Yeah, learning Magic Online, no easy task, I'll say. There's a lot of things that are not as intuitive as they should be. We'll get back Wooded Foothills here. Pass the turn. Hey, what's up, Alias Escape? Happy Monday. Shout out to you for coming through and being awesome. I noticed you were over in Ghost Channel last night. I passed out. I was watching and then I think I fell asleep. I'm gonna go ahead and fetch here just because it generates card advantage. Let's get a Blood Crypt. Return that Wooded Foothills back to hand. I'm gonna go ahead and play this Tarmogoyf. Now I know they have Dismember. Okay, they used Fatal Push. Maybe that was stupid of me. I think that may have been silly. To everyone tuning in, thank you. One big round of shout outs. Appreciate all the early birds coming through. Happy Monday, all that good stuff. We got our first person to dive into the Shark Tank. Traitor3, thanks for diving into the Shark Tank. I really appreciate that show of love and support for the channel, Traitor. If it's your first time here, make sure you chime in chat with us. Let us know, A of all, how you're doing. And what's your favorite cards, favorite formats, all that good stuff. Would love to know more about you. Here, I'm actually going to... Hi. I'm Chuck. Nice to meet you. Here I'm actually going to get... just an Overgrown Tomb here. I'm going to play it tapped. And I'm doing this because I kind of want to Ash Trophy this Tarmogoyf on attacks. Kitty Fox 8484, what's up? Creeping on the stream, Marino. Modern's your favorite format? Well, you'll fit in nicely around here. It's mine too. I'm hearing a lot of that. Never played before on Magic Online. Sweet. Yeah, Jund is like a labor of love for me and this channel. It gives the channel kind of like a circular focus. Something of a tale pertaining to that. I almost rebranded the channel with a different name, more focused around Jund. But I'm pretty in on this basic Landshark brand now. Oh no, I can't trophy, can I? Yeah, I can. Alright. Yeah, if they have Stubborn Denial, so be it. I think we lucked out. I know they still have Dismember, Fatal Push, and Street Wraith in their hand. No, they actually cycled the Street Wraith away. Hey, what's up, Last God? How are you? I always love your entrances. Last God sure knows how to enter a room. Alright, there's Death Shadow. It's only a 3/3. Currently. They didn't have Stub last turn. All the value gets you excited. I hear that. Think we need to kill this now. Question is how. Bloodbraid Elf seems like a really good thing, but it's kind of like going to the casino. We don't know what we're gonna hit off that. It could be just a discard spell. Then we can't trophy Death Shadow. Uptick Wrenn and then Bloodbraid Elf. Yeah, maybe we can hit Liliana. Need to get a little lucky here. There's the Inquisition. The card to take here, definitely the Dismember. Alright, Death Shadow is a 6/6. See, this is why I didn't want to want a trophy. Or sorry, this is why I didn't want to Bloodbraid Elf last turn. Now they're going to take our Bloodbraid Elf, and we really don't have much going here. Would not be surprised if they swing at Wrenn and Six. I know, poor Wrenn. Well, if anything, this came down on turn 2 and generated so much value that I guess we can't be too mad. And if my opponent has Team or Battle Rage here off of, okay, they do not. Alright, Wrenn and Six dies. A horrible death. Another land, not great. So I really don't have any way to thin the deck here. Just gonna go ahead and jam Bloodbraid Elf. Play Dark Confidant. Now if I swing with Bloodbraid Elf, their Death Shadow becomes an 11/11. That's really bad. I think we have to though. If they draw the Temur Battle Rage, then we were dead to that anyways. Mishra's Bauble, alright. So that represents a new card for them. They found Fatal Push. So they're gonna have Fatal Push for my attack. In Dark Confidant we believe. In Bob we trust. Come on Bob, don't fail me. Nice. What were we gonna draw? Tarmogoyf and Fatal Push. Alright, so against Shadow, this is one of the reasons why we're running 3 Lightning Bolts and 3 Fatal Push. Lightning Bolt comes out here, and this is a very popular matchup. What else do we want here? I think Huntmaster has applications in this matchup. Ashiok also helpful here. Choke maybe? And Plague Engineer. All good magic cards. So all these cards here I feel like have applications in the matchup. Now the question is what to cut. Maybe we don't want Choke. Maybe we just want Boil. The only card that I'm really certain about is Plague Engineer. I'm actually just gonna bring in 2 Plague Engineers and 2 Ashiok. Although I do kind of like Huntmaster in this matchup as well. Let's cut 1 Bloodbraid Elf for a Huntmaster. Hey, that blue. And I think I'll cut Dark Confidant. We'll roll like this here. How are you today, and happy Monday, that blue magic guy. Welcome, welcome. We're playing against Grixis Death Shadow, it would appear. So this hand doesn't have a threat, but we do have 2 discard spells. A Fatal Push, K Command, Assassin's Trophy. I'm gonna keep this. Oh no, you have to work later? I'm so sorry to hear that. So sort of the way I expect this matchup to play out is it's just going to be back and forth with our discard, and then see what's left when the dust settles. Again, big shout out to everybody watching. Really appreciate not only your viewership but your banter as well. If you see any opportunities for avoiding play mistakes, let me know. Okay, that land was not a great draw. Here we'll lead off with a Verdant. And I think I'm going to want this Overgrown Tomb. Guess it was pretty heads up that they took Kolaghan's command there. Let's see here. So I have Trophy for the Tarmogoyf. I have Fatal Push for the Tarmogoyf. I think I'm just gonna take... Stub. Looted Delta. Do I land? They grab off that. Blood Crypt. There's the Tarmogoyf. So their last 2 cards are Watery Grave, K Command, then an unknown card. Well, here it is I that will get a Blood Crypt. Fetch and shock. Go ahead and Inquisition the opponent. He drew Death Shadow. Alright, well I think I have to take the Kolaghan's command. And rather than waiting, I'm just going to do this now. I don't want to give them an opportunity to potentially have stubborn denial. So, yeah, just a little bit of station identification here. For those that don't know, my name's Chuck, aka Basic Land Shark, here on Twitch, streaming Modern, and today we're doing Jund like we usually do on Mondays. If you like the content and you want to throw a free show of support to the channel, make sure that you dive into the Shark Tank with us by hitting the follow button. Certainly means a lot. Slamming Ashiok here does what? Means they can't search. Now we could try and mill ourself. Could also mill them. One thing about Death Shadow, they're pretty threat light. So milling over them, we could potentially hit a couple more of their stubborn denials, and that seems pretty good. We're actually gonna do that. Normally I would use Ashiok to mill myself here. We did not hit any more stubborn denials. Alright, so Ashiok was just nothing more than a speed bump. Slows them down a tiny bit. Kolaghan's command, no cards in the graveyard that we can get back with it. Well, again, I don't want them to draw into stubborn denial for the Assassin's Trophy, so we're just gonna go for it here. The upkeep. On the upkeep though, what if they had drawn stubborn denial, silver bullet? I'm just thinking it might be better to go for it this turn. Before they draw? Alright. That does make sense. That way, if they have it, they use it on one of their mana instead on our turn. Okay. Get this out of here. They're gonna try and draw Stubborn Denial. They're gonna try and draw Stubborn Denial again. Alright. So they did not rip a Stubborn Denial. That's good to know. Apparently they just have infinite Street Wraiths. Land one time? Nope. Plague Engineer. What's the proper card to name with Plague Engineer here? I could also Kolaghan's command, make them discard a card, deal them 2 damage. Plague Engineer though is a clock. I think it's just going to be Plague Engineer. That's right, Snapcaster is a human. Yeah, Tarmogoyf actually is a pretty good name, Lurgoyf. K command because it makes Bloodbraid Elf lethal. Yeah, we do need to hit a land though. I'm just gonna name human with Plague Engineer. I already cast the card. Snapcaster is one of the cards that they could potentially get us with. What's this? Royal Scions? Alright. Bloodstained Mire, crack it, swing for lethal. Alright, 1-0. There we go. Thank you. Silver Bullet, I can't remember if we've met before, but thank you for tuning in. Thanks for your help there. Yeah, Spaghetti. I hope I'm saying your name right. We'll see about that. You know, to be honest, I've never 5-0'd a league before, so that would really feel nice, but we'll see. I think somewhere I can put the record up here. You can do it. Wild Gardens, thank you for diving in the Shark Tank. I really appreciate that show of love and support for the channel, Wild Gardens. If it's your first time here, feel free to chime in, chat with us. Let us know, A of all, how you're doing today, and then B of all, favorite cards, favorite formats, all the good stuff. Would love to know more about you. Thank you for tuning in. Before we do jump into the next game, I'm gonna go empty my bladder, and I'll be right back. 2 minutes less. All right. Quality chair stream for you. Let's try and find ourselves another victim. I mean opponent. So Death Shadow versus Jund, always a very interesting matchup. Always very interactive with the back and forth plays. You wish control was better in this meta, that blue magic guy? If so, what version would you play? Just blue white, Esper, Bant control, I think is probably top dog right now. Who cares about the chair stream? You were watching the fish? I know there's are not fish, but they'll serve. There, have some fish. All right, we're on the play. On the play, poggers. This hand looks fine. Actually, no, it doesn't. We can't cast our discard. Oh no. The only thing we can do is hope to draw a 4th land, cast Bloodbraid Elf. I'm gonna mull this hand, sadly. Alright, this is a snap keep. What card do we put to the bottom? I really hate putting either of these two to the bottom, but it's one of the two. I think it's just gonna be Tarmogoyf. Bob does not suck here. Bob is going to draw us into the card that we need to cast Tarmogoyf. Very true. Very true, Alias. Can you tell? I'm trying to make it a point not to call you Ali. It's something I actually have to stop and think about. Because that's the way that we were introduced. Interesting. So we're a little divided there, but you know, I think it's close. Alright, so this is another matchup with discard spells. Turn 1 Thoughtseize. They obviously take the Dark Confidant here. They might take Fatal Push if they have something they need to protect. Alright, sadly we can't do anything with this turn. Yeah, I think it's very close. No reason to belabor the decision though. Yeah, this is obviously another Death Shadow opponent. Cycling Street Wraith is the tell. So, Lightning Bolt not great, Fatal Push very good here. Nice. Let's see if they can answer this Tarmogoyf. Get an Overgrown Tomb. Do you have the push for my Tarmogoyf? Sorry, that was my bad attempt to sing you Green Day. Well, I said that under the pretense that it's probably the first card that will cut. And of course they have Fatal Push. Color me unsurprised. Bolt them end step, hope for a land. Alright, sounds like a game plan. Bungle Fever, what's up? How are you? Thank you for tuning in. Holy crap, guys, we're up to 27 viewers. This is amazing. People love Jund. And I love all of you. Thank you all for being here. I happen to like Jund too. Are we still going for Bolt here? It's not like we can kill them with a second one off the top. So let's just do it. um, don't worry, I won't tell him you said that. So our hand actually matches up really poorly versus the Gurmag. The possibility if we don't hit land by next turn that we're just gonna die to a Temur Battle Rage. And they're setting up for a second one. Alright, so they milled over Temur Battle Rage. We're not out of the weeds though. Now they have Snap Temur Battle Rage mana. These are all things that could happen. Well, I was being half serious. I was being half serious there. Alright, need land and Bloodbraid Elf. Land, Bloodbraid Elf, win. Land, one time? Nope, Assassin's Trophy. So I suspect they have at least one Stubborn Denial in hand here. But you do what you gotta do. Drown in the lock. At least now they can't Snapcaster Temur Battle Rage. We're at a 7. Alright, well they can't take Bloodbraid Elf. So we can still win here. We can still win. No stub, no stub, no stub, no stub. There's a 9/9 Death Shadow. Ooh. Interesting. Alright. So this is awkward because I can't escape it. Not playing around, I just want to kill this Death Shadow right now. Kroxa this turn, right? Opponent's at 1. Nice, got there. Nice. All right, so we're gonna sideboard similar to last time. Bring in these Ashioks here, and bring in these Plague Engineers here. And is there anything else that we need to consider? How about something like Klothys? Klothys might be a little bit over sideboarding here, but it makes it hard for them to control their life total. Pillage is good. Destroy target artifact or land. So I can see why Pillage is good. They operate on Death Shadow kind of hums on 2 lands, 3 lands, somewhere in that realm. The low land count is why. So Ashiok on the draw, probably not as strong as Pillage on the draw. Gotta go to work. Well, first of all, I'm sorry that you have to work today. I will do my best to have a great rest of the stream, and I will do my best to 5-0. Those are all promises that I can make. Super sorry that you have to work, but thanks for coming through, Elias. See you in the next one. For now, bye-bye, and be safe. Make sure you wash them hands. We'll try out 1 Pillage here. I don't know, something about the double red. Also need to figure out what we're cutting here. Probably bolts. Nah, you know, I'm not gonna run Pillage here. I'm just not sure about it. And then we'll only run 1 Ashiok Dream Renderer because we're on the draw. And it's a little slow on the draw. This hand can do a thing or two. We probably lose our Thoughtseize. If you're just tuning in, we're playing Jund, playing Magic Online. Happy Monday. Do not need that stop in the upkeep right there. Just gonna slow us down. One thing I've been working on is increasing my pace of play here without making too many mistakes. It can be a little hard to do with streaming at times. What do you say we get a basic swamp here, or is that gonna set us back? Blood Crypt? Alright, we'll play the Blood Crypt. Thoughtseize the opponent, who's already at 18 from Street Wraith. Alright, so their hand was actually pretty prepared to drop a turn 2 Gurmag Angler. So how do we make sure that doesn't happen? We can take it from their hand. We can also take their Royal Scions. Could take Thought Scour here. Either Angler or Scions. I think it's actually gonna be Angler here. Royal Scions is definitely a path to victory for them. You're correct, Walled Gardens. I think that's what I was most afraid of, is the turn 2 Angler. That's like one of the best things that you can do in Death Shadow, isn't it? Another land. I wish that was a removal spell, but I guess land is good. Here I'm actually going to grab Overgrown Tomb. We'll shock here. Play ourselves a 4/5. Yeah, I don't know if they're Jund. I think they're Grixis. Usually Royal Scions is just Grixis. Could see play in Jund or 4-color Shadow. Oh, I got you. I got you. I see what you did there. Uh-oh. All right. So, yeah, we're in a tight spot here. Opponent has Royal Scions they could play next turn. We don't have a removal spell for the Gurmag Angler. Hey, Talon Hunter, good morning. Shoutouts. Engineer to block with. It's about the best thing I can do here. It really is. Only thing that really sucks though is they can give their creature +2/+0 and trample and first strike. Here it's just going to be human again. We know they have Snapcaster. Naming zombie does slow the clock down. I probably should have actually slowed down myself to think about that. Tarmogoyf back up to being a 4/5. Gonna tap out here for Bloodbraid Elf. Maybe we can hit Liliana. Nope, got another Tarmogoyf. Guess I can't be too mad. And I won't swing here. Just kind of feel like a sitting duck though. Did not realize that we didn't update the record. Let's play Raging Ravine here. Name zombie this time. Now they do have Snapcaster in hand. I'm interested why they didn't cast the Royal Scions last turn. And opponent tried to make me skip my attack step. That's the reason for these pauses here. Yeah, I think it's just the creatures that can potentially trade here. I really need Bloodbraid Elf as a blocker, or for them to have to waste a Fatal Push on that. Okay, they have Kolaghan's command. Maybe we could have played around that card, but I'm not sure if it was wise. Probably just a 1, potentially a 2 of. There's Death Shadow. Comes down as a 5/5. Alright. Maelstrom Pulse 1 time. It's in the deck. Jesus. So we flooded out a little bit here, this game. Opponent's at 8. We'd be swinging with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13. Don't really think I can swing here. We can make their blocks terrible if we pass. Was that for last turn or this turn? So I expect Royal Scions to be a problem here. Okay, just pass this turn. Hmm. I think we just take the 5 here. Seriously, deck. It's a lot of lands. Alright, so they could potentially have Snap K command. No, they can't K command. They could have a bunch of stuff here. Fatal Push would do it. Five, 10. They're capable of blocking 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Deal them 13. So they block here, probably here. We just die on the crackback. Alright, can't swing. It's unfortunate. I think I just drew far too many lands this game, is what it boils down to. Here's the Royal Scions. There it is. Yep. First strike and trample. It's a problem. So they're going to leave back Gurmag Angler. See if they have Fatal Push here. I think it's going to be block like this. I have to stay alive here. I think these are my best blocks. Might just be dead here. Kolaghan's command. Alright, that does a thing or two. Okay. Cancel. A command into a Bloodbraid Elf seems pretty sweet here. Get a mountain. And return and deal 2. We did board out our lightning bolts. I think I would need exactly Liliana here and them to not have stubborn denial. So it is Liliana or bust here. Fatal push. Alright. That's helpful. Alright, so we just died. Yeah, it's a card that does a lot for a little, that blue. Royal Scion's gonna kill us this game. Scoop. Okay, back on the play. Not really. I don't think it really does change much. Huntmaster does seem pretty good here. We had it in the first round. Never drew it though. Ashiok is a little better on the play. So we'll keep it in here. Still don't think I exactly want these lightning bolts. Ashiok is slow. Do we have anything better? Just the 4th copy of Bloodbraid Elf, maybe? You like Pillage? Actually, we'll give it a shot. We'll just try some things out. I did kind of want to try it. So now we have to fetch with double red in mind. We have the double red card in the deck. This hand. I think I'm going to keep this hand. It looks pretty nice. What are we taking here? So unfortunately we lose our Tarmogoyf any way that we slice it. I guess it's just gonna be take Thoughtseize here. Hopefully they don't draw another discard spell. Well, they have Dreadbore for Lily. That's a good card against us. Wrenn and Six, pretty nice. Maybe we can make them overextend or have to, you know, waste too many removal spells early. I think Wrenn and Six was a nice draw there. Helps clear the way for Lily to take over the late game. That's what we're banking on here. Gristle Brandon, I'm sorry I didn't see your comment before. Cut a Wrenn and Six for Kalitas. Is this a matchup where Kalitas actually shines? I'm not sure about that. Anybody else think Kalitas is a card that we should have brought in? Kalitas, however you pronounce the card. Here let's go to Blood Crypt. Grab that Verdant back like you do. You like Kalitas in mid-range matchups? Yeah, we did bring in Huntmaster, which I think is better at gumming up the board. Okay, we got what we needed. We did, in fact, get what we needed. Here we're just going to plus Lily, and we'll discard the Nurturing Peatland. Also, I need to be speed here. I'm going to start paying a little bit less attention to chat lines and more to the game. Let's have 6 minutes on the timer here. Discarded Gurmag. Royal Scions. Thank you for the support. We're gonna plus here. Discard Fatal Push. And I don't think we... Don't think we want to run out. Not the push. Plague Engineer? Shit, I messed up. So I know they have a Dismember in hand. Goyf is a 5/6, so we'll just go ahead and jam Goyf here. Yeah, I guess I messed up. It happens. Alright. So how do we claw back from that mistake there? Being able to minus Lily twice is really helpful. So this is obviously minus Lily, right? But yeah, but we're low on time, so I gotta do everything quickly. I'm gonna minus here. We still have to beat this opponent. Let's play Plague Engineer. Name human, right? Pass turn. They draw and discard. I think they still have the Dismember. Maybe they used it and I just didn't know. There's 2 Death Shadows. Okay. Alright. So we're just gonna name Avatar here. Value. And I think we gotta go at Royal Scions here. Need to be able to downtick Lily twice. For that reason. Hey, what's up, Hano? Thank you for joining. Let's minus here. Get Gurmag off the table. Yeah, that's definitely what we're gonna do here. Talon Hunter 3, make sure that you follow Sexy Jund here on Twitch. The person above you in chat. Very good person to follow for Jund. Let's get back Tarmogoyf, make them discard their one and only card. Alright, Kroxa, I like. Let's go for Kroxa here. Can't discard. Play Tarmogoyf. Make sure we plus Lily. Pass turn. Hell yeah. We did it. So Grixis Death Shadow and 4-color Death Shadow are our first two matches. Beat both. Dos Acero, what does that mean? One a card? Yeah, if we didn't hit the Scions there, I think they could ultimate and then draw 4 cards plus dealing us a lot of damage there. What's the ultimate? Draw 4. When you do, the Royal Scions deals damage to any target equal to the number of cards in your hand. So that would have been really bad for us. Yeah, this is I don't want to get ahead of myself here. We're 2-0. Played Shadow twice. Different variants though. So literally have the bladder of a 3-year-old here. I gotta go to the restroom again, and I'll be right back. Please don't go anywhere. If it's your first time tuning in, my name is Chuck, aka Basic Landshark here on Twitch. Happy Monday. Mondays are Jun days. It's a little rainy outside. Good day to be inside doing this. Hope everyone's enjoying the content. If you like what you see, make sure that you dive into the Shark Tank with us by hitting the follow button in the upper right hand corner. It's the best free throw of support to the channel that I can think of, other than hanging out and chat with us. So, BRB. Hey, Silver Bullet 4427. Thanks for diving into the Shark Tank. Appreciate that show of love and support for the channel. And also, I appreciate your banter. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for your perspective in the last game. What's on my t-shirt? What t-shirt am I wearing today? It's a cat riding a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Legendary. This shirt is legendary. Dinosaur hype. So kind of a sad story. I'm gonna tell a sad story here. This was my late mother-in-law's favorite t-shirt that I used to wear. She would always comment on it when I would wear it before she passed. And so it is rather special to me. I'll be very sad if this ever gets misplaced or destroyed in the wash or something. Happy to be here for more Modern Monday. Likewise. Yeah, I'm glad you're here, Silver Bullet. Stick around. Certainly an asset to the channel. If you love Jund, you'll fit in very well around here. Oh, thank you. Talon Hunter said, "Rest in peace. May she have rest in peace, or may she have eternal peace." Honey Bunny. I'm going to go ahead and jump into this match. See what kind of opponent that we can find here. While we wait on an opponent, Do need to update the record. We do have an opponent. Okay, we're on the draw. On the draw with this hand. Assuming no discard spell from my opponent, we can turn 2 Dark Confidant into a Liliana. If they have a discard spell though, this hand doesn't do a lot. I think this is going to be a keep. Two for keep. Alright. Alright, so this appears to be some kind of hollow one deck. Maybe black red, maybe mono red, we'll see. Black red hollow one, my best guess. Second Dark Confidant. Interesting. What do we do here? Let's play Wooded Foothills here. Maybe we'll fake them out. They might play like we're on Titan Shift or one of those decks. Unfortunately, I have not figured out a way to set up that command yet, Talon Hunter. If you're looking for the list, just go into the Cardboard Live extension. There it is. You found it? So we're just destined to play against all Street Wraith decks today. Apparently that's the thing. Okay, I actually heard about this deck, but I don't know what it does here. So this is a Saffron Olive special. And it has Eldrazi conscription. Eldrazi conscription. I don't know why that word's so hard to say today. Does anybody know how this deck wins? Has anybody seen it in action? Hey Guano, thanks for dropping by. Best of luck, break legs today. Home skillet. And let's get ourselves a Blood Crypt here. Herald is the win con, but it plays like Hollow One. I don't know what Herald you're referring to. I think I'm gonna shock here against my better judgment. And I'll play a Lightning Rod here and pass. Lightning Axe. Putting Ox of Agonis in the graveyard. Yeah, this is actually a Saffron Olive special, I think, Sexy Jund. I played a deck similar to this sometime over the last year. For a little bit. It was very fun. All the cards in the deck are gas. Sometimes you can just roll your opponent right over with an early Flame Blade Adept like they're doing here. Let's try and preserve our life total here by playing basic Swamp. This is a pretty easy Liliana. There's Hollow One. I missed it, but my opponent cast Burning Inquiry. That's where these new cards came from. That's awkward. I think it's got to be Peatland here. It's plus here. I will discard Fatal Push, I think. And we'll take Talon Hunter's line here. Don't mind doing that at all. Liliana is such a good card. Now they can escape again. Deck like theirs should have no problem doing that. Need to start holding up Revolted Fatal Push so we don't die to Herald. BRB Dad's yelling. You can't do that. You can't just come in here and post a link. You haven't said hi yet. I assume you're probably a bot, so please don't do that. Another copy of Liliana. Well, these are just spamming the board here. Go ahead and scoop to the bird. Alright. So let's kind of operate like they're a graveyard deck here. I think Ashiok comes in here in this matchup. I think Kalitas comes in here in this matchup. Grafdigger's Cage could be helpful. Klothys, very helpful. Do we want Grafdigger's Cage for their Flamewake Phoenix and Oxyvaganus? I don't know if this card actually works against Escape. I think it does. So if we're bringing in Grafdigger's Cage, we probably need to side out our Kroxas. And I don't think that Wrenn and Six does much in this matchup. So Grafdigger's Cage does come in this matchup. The only card that I cut so far for sure was Kroxa, because it's kind of a nombo with this. Maybe these Kolaghan's commands are just not great here. We can kind of try and operate like this. Looks like a nice curve. I am gonna bring in Huntmaster here, try and gum up the board a little bit. I think it's also quite possible that we want Collective Brutality. Don't know why I didn't think about that. Brutality seems like a pretty good card to have against them. Alright, this hand is perfect. We just need to fade the turn 1 Burning Inquiry, which is a tall order. That's a lot to ask for. While we wait on the opponent, I just want to say thank you to everyone for coming here today. Appreciate all the love and support. Happy Monday. All that good stuff. Here, let's poke. Oh boy. So we have to take the Burning Inquiry. No question there. Nice. Let's grab Overgrown Tomb. Play the cage. So their hand is Hollow 1, Flamewake Phoenix, unknown card. Tarmogoyf is a nice one. So, Ferocious. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, you may pay red, return it from the graveyard to the battlefield. They can't cast that card right now. I think we're just going to Play a Scooze here. Damn. Alright, so I should have played Tarmogoyf there. Or gone for the Inquisition. So I know of all three cards in their hand. They pitched one of their hollow ones, so they have an unknown card. Well, we're not doing anything better. They did not. Alright, well that was pretty silly. Now if they ever get to play one of their hollow ones, they have a Flamewake Phoenix in the yard. But we have Grafdigger's Cage, so I guess that works against it. Nice. So, Collective Brutality. Their one-trick pony got stolen. How do we feel about Collective Brutality in this matchup? It would be good at taking their Goblin Lore. It would be good at taking their Burning Inquiries if they didn't cast yet. I could take out 2 copies of Dark Confidant, bring in 2 Collective Brutalities. What do we think about that? Take 2 Bobs out, bring in Collector. You like our configuration? Maybe do 1 Bob, 1 Brutality to hedge and test? Alright, let's do it. We're just trying things. Just trying things out. Wonder if we should be playing Plague Engineer versus this deck as well. Alright. So this hand looks very, very good. If they have Burning Inquiry, I'm going to be very unhappy. Flameblade Adepts. Inquisition first. Ooh, they have Blood Moon times 2. Blood Moon times 2. Alright, we're definitely taking Blood Moon. we'll take one. Potentially more. Here I think it's totally worth playing Raging Ravine. Taking their other Blood Moon. Don't think we can beat Blood Moon if it resolves. Let's play Blackcleave Cliffs here. Play Liliana. Make them sack. If they have a hasty threat, that's gonna suck. So we did get a little lucky here. Alright, options. Play 5/6 Tarmogoyf that does die to Lightning Axe. Huntmaster time? Alright. Let's make sure that we do get a land that actually helps us with Scavenging Ooze. We sideboarded out our Kroxas, so let's get a forest here. Here I think we have the plus, right? Oh, I should have cast Huntmaster first. I think it's just going to be land. Maybe it's actually Wrenn and Six, come to think of it. This is kind of crazy. Discard land. Almost misclicked the wrong card. That's right, we can get back our lands with Wrenn and Six. Just not thinking clearly here. Let's jam Huntmaster. Alright, so they wasted Lightning Axe. This is 2 at Lily. I will block here. Oh, it's got Menace. Can't block. So we lose Lily. We've got a 7/8 Tarmogoyf here. Plus get back Verdant. Here I'll swing for 2. Yeah, I'm not playing cycle lands in the deck right now. The cycle land is kind of a flex spot. Another Tarmogoyf. Seems good. Opponent wisely chumps. And what are we doing here? Guess we'll just plus. We have a mountain in the yard. We'll get back Verdant here. Play a land. So we're pushing towards ultimate on Wrenn and Six. Burning Inquiry. Guess that's fine. They're just digging for gas here. They did hit our Scavenging Ooze. That's not fun. Nice. All right. So we're on the gravy train, 3-0. 3-0 feels amazing. Here's a look at the deck list for anybody curious what cards that we're on today, what cards that we're not running. There's a lot of notable things that we could choose to be running in Jund. This is the configuration that I went live with. Don't crucify me. I know there's a lot of versions that like 24 lanes. 23 has been just fine in my experience, even without the cycling shenanigans. Because Wrenn and Six is so helpful getting your land drops back, but wouldn't fault you one bit if you wanted to run a single copy of Barrenmoor, or I even saw somebody testing Tranquil Thicket with very good reasoning for running that card. Take a second to update the record here. And let me not get too excited. Still 2 more rounds to go here. So far, we've won against 4-color Shadow, Grixis Death Shadow featuring Royal Scions, and like a black-red hollow one with Eldrazi Conscription. I am going to take a second to go refill my coffee cup. That should take 1 to 3 minutes if anybody needs to grab a snack. Also, I'm going to mute the microphone and let my wife... my wife is teaching from home today and has to check her classroom stuff on the computer, so bear with me and we'll be back to this in a moment. Exactly. If you need to grab a snack, do it now. Let me figure out how I'm going to keep this up and running in the meantime. Please bear with. All right, I think we're able to get started again. Thanks for waiting, if you waited the whole time. I hope everyone got their snacks and is ready to go. Let's go ahead and jump right into another match here. We're 3-0 with Jund. Let's do it. While we wait on an opponent, I do want to say thank you very much for watching. If you're stuck at home being quarantined, or if you're stuck at work working during this really horrible set of circumstances, my heart goes out to you. If I can make your day any more enjoyable by streaming with Jund, I'm gonna try. So it looks like we're on the draw. This hand is pretty reasonable keep. It's missing a form of turn 1 interaction, such as a Thoughtseize or Inquisition, but otherwise decent hand. I'll keep. Hey, Slayerfall. Thanks for diving in the Shark Tank, Slayerfall. Appreciate that. Show of love and support for the channel. I really hope you're doing awesome today. Happy Monday. Thanks for tuning in. I love that emote. It's like the perfect emote. Oh, it's Professor French's emote. That's why. I love that guy. Oh no, they have the discard spell. Slayerfall, you're a technical player. Help me win this game. We're 3-0 in the league right now. Holy shit, that's good coffee. That's so much better than the last one. Last one I was drinking was sugar cookie coffee. This one is salted caramel coffee. I was streaming earlier, averaging 0 viewers, so I'm no real player. You're a very good player with Jeskai. If I'd have known that you were streaming, I would have come through and sat with you for at least a little while, you know, try and help you out, Slayerfall. I really do appreciate you stopping by the channel. So, you know, make no mistake about it. Very awesome Magic the Gathering player. And at the risk of sounding corny, as long as you're having fun, you know, then it's going to be worth it. Here I think we lead off with just a peatland. It takes a lot of time. I think it took me a good 3 or 4 months before, you know, I had all the hiccups ironed out. And still, when they come up, there, you know, a lot of different surprises that you could run into. Things with your bitrate, your microphone and audio settings. I think the most important advice that I can give as far as streaming is make sure that that your bitrate is set correctly, that you're able to push out a stream that's watchable, and then have some kind of care and attention to your audio. Should have been Shockland. Yeah, damn it, man. Already messed up. Something that's watchable with good audio is probably the most important thing. So here, let's actually play a swamp here. Just gonna jam a 3/4. I expect it to die to a Fatal Push or a Dismember. This could be Death Shadow with a somewhat awkward hand. That would make the 3rd time in this league, if so. Okay, so no Death Shadow. Black red something. Black red moon. Could be the mirror. Only blood moon is kind of disheartening. Luckily our hand's not that bad against blood moon. Black red. Play Kroxa. It's the skelemental deck. Yeah, I think you're right. Yep. There's Big Daddy Lightning Skelemental. Rabble Master. I'm gonna bolt that now before they get the token. Just pass turn back. Like you do when there's Blood Moon on the table. What's that mean? Already has the main stop? Oh, this is not good. I think we just fell behind. This feels so bad. Mog Monday could be a thing. I've played some black red goblins around here. I have that deck together. Who's down for scooping? Just going on to the next game. You didn't miss much, Talon Hunter. We just dove into another match like about 5 minutes ago. Scoop. Anybody else for scoop here? I think we're just dead. Sadly, it's over. Yeah, we're just gonna concede. No reason to drag this one out, but we know what our opponent's playing now. So what cards are good here? What cards are bad here? I do not play Anger anywhere in this deck. I did see a list posted by Willie Adele or Willie Edel this morning, making me question all my life's choices. He's running 2 copies of Anger in his Jund sideboard, something we've done many times. I bring in life gain, and then anything that kills Rabble Master, Plague Engineer, Collective Brutality, that kind of stuff. Alright. Collective is not good. How about something like Klothys? Could also bring in Ashiok. Let's see here. Cage for the Unearths. Alright. Need to cut 4 cards here. Let's just cut Dark Confidant and potentially Bloodbraid Elf. Also, we're bringing in Kroxa here, so excuse me, we're bringing in Grafdigger's Cage, so we need to cut Kroxa here. I'm actually going to bring in Huntmaster of the Fells. Probably should have brought in Kalitas here. If there's ever a matchup where it's good, it's probably this one. So definitely want to keep this hand. I wonder if actually we should have shaved some number of Liliana in this matchup. Also, I don't really see Wrenn and Six doing much too. So this hand's not that great despite it having a turn 1 Thoughtseize and Grafdigger's Cage. I think it's great. The hand or the card Kalitas? Okay. So we need to play around Blood Moon. What if they have 2 Blood Moons in hand? Let's find out here. Okay, they do not. Well, I need to protect my Lily. I need to protect my hand. Alright, I understand now. Slayerfall, you're definitely the kind of person I like having in chat. Often correct. Very, very helpful at creating learning opportunities. Liliana is not good versus Wrenn. That's true. Let's grab why am I stuck on this decision? Get black and red, so a Blood Crypt? Let's get back Bloodstained Mire. Okay, they played Blackcleave Cliffs. See what they want to do with that. Maybe they have a Kroxa. If so, we probably want to discard I would think the Blackcleave Cliffs. This can go get us a basic. Okay, they just passed turn. So now I'm hearing conflicting things. Don't play Liliana. And I'm also seeing Lily time here. I'm gonna get a swamp here. This is not the mirror match. Our opponent's playing black-red skelementals. They would discard a creature and then unearth it. That's true. Let's play Tarmogoyf here. Play our cage. And we'll return Bloodstained Mire. Alright, they went down. We'll sack Tarmogoyf here. Means we can kill Lily with Bloodbraid Elf. Second copy of Wrenn and Six is nice. We'll go ahead and fetch here. Make sure we have a second swamp. Minus down the Lily, Bloodbraid Elf. And we got an Inquisition. So rather than just give them a target for Unearth, I'm going to take Unearth. Shouldn't have pinged with Wrenn there. Guess it makes more sense to see what we hit off of Bloodbraid Elf first. Alright, opponent scooped. Yeah, I kind of knew what was in your hand. They just drew another land and scooped. Right. Yeah, we do need to make it a habit of killing their planeswalkers with our creatures rather than our spells. But I don't think it was that bad. So Wrenn and Six ultimate doesn't seem relevant here. Yeah, it doesn't do a lot. I think we're gonna shave a couple copies here and make room for other stuff. Let's try out Kalitas. What else could we bring in here? I don't want to make the deck so top heavy, but all these cards are pretty gas here. Shave Liliana. Keep Wrenn. Yeah, Liliana just seems like a liability. Maybe I'm looking at their cards from the wrong perspective. Well, this is what we're here for. We're here for the learning opportunities. That's the kind of space that I'm trying to create. So I appreciate all the insight. Is push good? I think push is fine. They have Dark Confidant. That's a hell of a magic card against us. The this hand. We can go turn 1 Inquisition, turn 2 Thoughtseize, but that's about it. Mulligan. Alright, we will take them all here because it's a 1-lander. This looks pretty nice. Got a good mix of lands and spells. We'll keep this. I could put Huntmaster to the bottom, but I think I'd rather have Huntmaster than Maelstrom Pulse. It's Huntmaster. That's right. So we need to fetch like it. So I'm just gonna play Verdant and pass. Thanks, Slayerfall. It's like you knew I was about to. What are we getting here? Blood Crypt, maybe? Don't fetch at all? So I think I just messed up there quite a bit. Do we play Wrenn off the Peatland or the Overgrown Tomb? They always have Blood Moon. Do we do this off Peatland or... Alright, I'm just gonna do it off Peatland. Let's get back Verdant here. Yeah, I am letting the timer tick down. Sorry, chat. Don't want to lose to the timer. No basic land for my opponent. Instead, they played Blackcleave Cliffs. Okay, Ravelmaster over Blood Moon. Spaghetti says we need to get a forest next turn. Wrenn being attacked. So let's grab forest. Now we got a couple options here. Klothys, can they even beat that card? I think we're just gonna go up with Wrenn. Okay, let's actually Thoughtseize. Alright, none of these are great options. Guess we'll take Unearth. I can't push Ravelmaster. Or did I Verdant this turn? I did Verdant this turn. Sorry. Let's do as much as we can here. Gonna go up with Wrenn again. Pass turn. Alright, I really tanked on that last turn. A lot of it was spent belaboring over what to get with the fetch land. Need to play faster. Alright, I'm assuming this turn that they're going to play Lightning Skelemental, go after Wrenn and Six. The two cards that we discard, probably these two lands. So they played the flats. Here's Lightning Skelemental. And then it's just discard the lands, I believe. Assuming they go after us for some reason to put us at 8, we can ping the Lightning Skelemental with Wrenn and Six. But they probably just go after Wrenn and Six. Try and shut down our card advantage engine. Alright, discarding 2 cards. They have to sacrifice this and they can't get it back. I could potentially discard Maelstrom Pulse here and then save the fetch land. Grab a swamp with it. I think it's just land and land. They chose not to go after Wrenn and Six. Choosing to go up here. And we'll sit on this Verdant. No reason to get a swamp just yet. Fulminator Mage. So they're going after me. I could Fatal Push that. Save push. I'm down to a 5. Klothys trigger. Go ahead and hit their Skelemental here. Scavenging Ooze is a nice one. Let's return Overgrown Tomb back to hand. Play it as our land for turn, I think. Probably should have saved that, come to think of it. Cobb Strike said use Wrenn to kill the token. Perhaps I should have. Yes, that's actually fine. Okay, they're attacking me. Actually gonna go for a Fatal Push on the Fulminator Mage here. Draw a card on their end step. Don't think we're going to be able to do that now. So we're cut off of red, at least until our opponent chooses to Blood Moon. Get rid of Fulminator Mage. That is true. We do indeed have a Wrenn on the battlefield. We draw now. Try and hit a Tarmogoyf. Nope. Hit a Blackcleave Cliffs instead. Dreadbore. Yikes. Opponent has one card. Get Rabblemaster here. Play our land. I'm going to name Elemental here. No elemental shenanigans, please, and thank you. Goblin would also be a fine name, but Lightning Skelemental is the card that I'm afraid of. It looks like they ripped a Seasoned Pyromancer, otherwise they may have played that last turn. So Grafdigger's Cage definitely helpful in this matchup. Going to eat Kroxa here. Bloodbraid Elf, hell of a draw. Always yield. Play Tarmogoyf. I think we do swing with the Plague Engineer here. Alright, that was really stupid of me. That was stupid of me. So, messed up very badly there, swinging with Plague Engineer. Let's hope that Klothys is enough to steal this game, because I punted there. Eat this Seasoned Pyromancer while we can. Oh, it's got some blocking to do. All good blocks. All fine by me. Don't like them having access to Seasoned Pyromancer in the graveyard. If only. If only we hadn't punted, we'd win this turn. I think my opponent is looking for a way to stay alive through Raging Ravine here. Hell to the yes. 4-0. Four and 0. I haven't seen that one yet. Honey, that blue magic guy put a St. Patrick's Day cap on my emote with channel points. Alright, that was actually pretty nerve-wracking. All those mess-ups. There's definitely a lot that I could have done to close out that game quicker. Sorry if that was a nail-biter chat, but you all were super helpful there. Take a second to update the record. Makes us now 4-0. So far, it's been Shadow, Black Red Hollow One, and Black Red Skelementals. So a lot of Black Red decks running around in the leagues. Hey, Salty Sona, how are you? Happy Monday. Glad you're able to make it to the stream. Let's go ahead and play for the 5-0 here. If we can do it, that would be insane. 1 second, I'm gonna let the cat out of the room before she tries to stick my leg. Yeah, this is the best I've done in quite some time. Just trying to temper my enthusiasm so that we can actually get this first 5-0. If we do, it'll be a first. All right. So while we wait on an opponent, just want to say shout out to everybody for being here. Of course, happy Monday. I'm glad you found the channel. If it's your first time tuning in and you like what you see, you can always throw a free throw of support at the channel by diving into the Shark Tank with us. Hitting the follow button is, of course, what I mean. Also, we are currently 2 subscribers away from unlocking a new emote. How's the third push been doing for myself? Never had luck with it. So I brought in a third push here for the mono red aggro matchups that we seem to keep facing. I played against it 3 times in the last league that I partook in, if that's a word. So we're hedging against that matchup. Ayalis, what's up? Thanks for saying hi. How you doing? I'm Chuck. Nice to meet you. Ayalis. This hand is probably on power level about a 5 out of 10, but I'm gonna keep this one. You only get matched versus Tron? Yeah, Tron is everywhere. Tron is everywhere. Yeah, we're definitely keeping. I'm doing very well. This might be the best I've ever done in a league thus far. So far we have dodged Tron. This is the 5th and final match of the league. And I don't know of any Tron deck that plays Breeding Pool. I'm assuming this is Amulet, Titan, or potentially a Simic ramp deck. Could also be Infect, but they usually have a turn 1 play. Here it's going to be Overgrown Tomb tapped. Breeding Pool suggests that this is probably... Okay, this looks like Infect to me. Infect with a bad hand. Salty Sona, thanks for diving, or thanks for boarding the submarine. Get in here and get your love. Thank you. Salty Sona boarding the submarine. We're only 1 subscriber away from unlocking a new emote. That's exciting. Thank you so much for the love and support. These are my hype hands. Thank you. I cannot actually play Wrenn off these lands, unfortunately. I can, however, Thoughtseize this opponent and try and take their Blighted Agent. My wife wants to know, Salty Sona, if you're from Germany, because she's forgotten. I think that is correct. If so, she's in the background using Duolingo to learn German. Oh, she's practicing her German right now. But we've forgotten. No, they had Spell Pierce. Alright, well this is definitely Infect. No doubt about that, so we can play accordingly. You know what's really good against Infect is Liliana the Veil. This card would be even better, but they had the Spell Pierce at the ready. Take one here. See what they want to follow up with. Alright, Fatal Push is a decent draw. We can push Dryad Arbor if we had to. What do we think about that? I could also play Tarmogoyf here. It's probably just Goyf. Opponent really digging for something. Tater Rodrigo, how you doing? Tato Rodrigo, hopefully I said your name right. Hi. Nice. Hell yes. Oh boy. Oh boy, now we're in business. What's it gonna be here? Slam Wrenn here, have push ready. Alright. Yeah, Pinging Agent is definitely a no-brainer, and I expect them to go for Vines of the Vastwood or Blossoming Defense here. Mutagenic Growth. Alright, so we'll let Mutagenic Growth resolve. Right? And then try and ping it on their end step. Or on our end step. If we go for a Fatal Push right now, they're just gonna crack and then try and save it. They definitely have some kind of protection spell in hand. I refuse to believe that they don't. So I'm wondering, is it better to let this resolve? Or is it better to Fatal Push here? Or does it not even matter? Damn it. I'm just gonna let it resolve. I'm actually just gonna let it resolve because Fatal Push kills either way. Maybe we can actually get them when they go to crack their fetch land. They seem to be digging for lands last turn. Or some kind of interaction last turn. Yeah, but they have Dryad Arbor they can sack. Let's see if they... Let's see if they fetch. They did not. Damn it. Das Berserker, you guys were all correct. So I misplayed that turn. I misplayed that turn pretty badly. Alright, well that is not lethal. What I was hoping is that they would crack their fetch land and I could Fatal Push in response while they had no mana. Now we have to go for it. Alright, that is still not lethal. Now they can't, vines, I think. Oh, it's got hexproof. Yeah, I messed up. Totally messed up there. Totally messed up there. I think I had that game. Damn it. I'm gonna bring in all of these 5 cards. We can bring in Pillage here as well. Pillage is the only card that we have against Inkmoth Nexus. Yeah, definitely Pillage in this matchup. And cards I expect to be not at their greatest here. Maelstrom Pulse. A little bit slow. Scavenging Ooze. I don't think is great here. Scavenging Ooze incentivizes me to tap all my mana, which I really don't want to do. Kroxa is good. We can try and take out some number of Bloodbraid Elf. Some number of Dark Confidant. Yeah, I'm sure they're leaning on at least 3 Veil of Summer right now. Can't believe I let the last game slip away. Alright, need to get out of my own head here. I'm gonna go all the way down to 1 Bloodbraid Elf here. Put in Brutality, Choke, Pillage. Brutality, Choke, Pillage. Cut Kroxas. Maybe Kroxa is a little bit too slow. Gonna rock like this. Alright, this hand is gas. All gas. I need your energy, chat. We're playing for the 5-0 here. Inquisition. All right. So they do have an Inkmoth Nexus. We need to act accordingly. We'll take Blighted Agent like you do. Keep track of the cards in their hand. Element 25, thank you for sending your energy over. How are you today, Element? Happy Monday. Or Tuesday if you're on the complete and total other side of the planet. So it's unpopular, but I've had great success with Huntmaster dumbing up the board in matchups like this, but I'll agree that it is kind of a pipe dream that we get to turn 4, just based on my experiences. Where are you from, Element? Are you from over in Asia somewhere? Russia, maybe? If it's that late in the evening, or is it, are you over in Europe? I'm actually streaming from the East Coast of the United States of America. Croatia. Very cool. Well, welcome from Croatia. Welcome to the channel. Could name something for Inkmoth Nexus. Naming Blinkmoth is helpful. That means they'll never activate it though. We like that? Still trying to get out of my head over that last game. I think we had them. We just messed up. Let's see here. We want Wrenn and Six, right? So let's go ahead and Wrenn here. And we'll do that off of probably Stomping Grounds. Red, green. Let's get back Verdant. Wrenn and Six was so slept on when it first came out. People not sure how to take a 2-mana planeswalker at face value. Guess they thought to themselves, 2-mana planeswalkers have never been good. And then this. Okay, so opponent can protect Inkmoth Nexus with vines, but they have to make it a creature first. That's true. There was a lot of distractions. I'm going to grab Overgrown Tomb here. Do not want to get blown out by opposing Tarmogoyf or Kitchen Finks. I know they're capable of playing that card. I have it in my Infect sideboard. Let's just do Engineer. Do have to keep in mind they could be running Dismember, cards of that ilk. Blinkmoth, I think, is the correct card to name. Let's get back Verdant. The card advantage is real. I think my opponent played the Breeding Pool. There's Blighted Agent and a Windswept Heath. Go ahead and Wrenn right now. It means they have to use Mutagenic Growth. And then we can We can bolt in response. That blue magic. Wait, what just happened there? That blue magic guy gifted a sub to Gristle Brandon 13, helping us hit our new emote goal. Gristle Brandon 13, welcome to the submarine. Thank you for boarding the submarine with us. And that blue magic guy, thank you for making that possible. Really appreciate the love and support. So hopefully by the time that we stream next time, I'll be able to have that emote set up. Very, very wonderful show of support for the channel. Thank you so much to the both of you. Not only for tuning in, but for your kindness. So mutagenic growth fizzles here. Enjoy spamming your new emotes. They look like this here. Where are we? There we go. My opponent's in the tank about something. Duh, I appreciate the kind words. So they went for mutagenic growth, but they still have scale up and vines. We are in our turn. Here, I think I'm going to play Peatland. Right? That's what I'm talking about. Let's get some subscriber hype. 2 for the day. That's really good stuff. And I'll be working on getting that emote into Twitch probably after today's stream at some point. Yeah, that is a play that we need to play around. If they go get Dryad Arbor with the fetch land, I'll be very surprised here. Alright, do your worst, opponent. We already plussed Wrenn. We already played land for turn. We are 4 minutes behind on the clock here. Do not want to lose to the timer. So close, yet so far. Another land. So are we cracking Peatland for a redraw? I think we do. Tarmogoyf is a big hit there. Big hitter. Let's return Peatland. We'll play that as our land for turn. Play Tarmogoyf here. Yeah, I should have Thoughtseize first. Definitely should have Thoughtseize first. It's just the correct sequence there. Spell Pierce. Well, we got Spell Pierce. It's a possibility that I would have taken that card anyways. Take 2. Opponent down to a 14. Alright, let's see what they go get. There's the Dryad Arbor, which we can push in response, right? I'll have none of that. Nice. Alright, so we're one game away from a 5-0 here. Just need to win one, and I know that's jinxing us, but we're gonna try. So let's take a real good look at the sideboard here. What cards do we like here in this matchup? What cards do we not like in this matchup? We have a chance to re-sideboard here. Some people saying that Kroxa doesn't do enough in this matchup. I like it because it makes my opponent discard. We can run them out of cards quicker. Kroxa is not good. Liliana is not good. Liliana is absolutely wonderful in this matchup, even with Dryad Arbor in the deck. I don't think I'll cut Lily. We could take out Kroxa, bring in Ashiok, but I like Ashiok against some decks, but I'm not sure. Not sure if it's going to be fast enough to slow them down. Could potentially bring in Dark Confidants again. Let's actually do that. Right, I think we do need to draw as much interaction as possible. So we're not really convinced that Ashiok is good against Infect. I think they're a little bit too fast for my liking. Crystal Brandon says Bob is great here. I think we should have been running Bob as well. Yeah, I don't think Ashiok is the card. Let's actually cut Bloodbraid Elf here. All right, chat. Let's do this. Playing for the 5-0. This hand. This hand. Little light on interaction. What do we think? We keeping this hand? It's a little bit light on interaction. Need to play fast, Mo? Alright, we'll mulligan this hand. That's a little better. I like this one. We'll put back... Actually gonna put back this lightning bolt here. Pendelhaven is their first. Oh, now I'm sad that I didn't keep Lightning Bolt. I guess it's fine. They could have like double mutagenic growth or something. Typically, I think that playing from the infect side of the table, Jund is a really horrible matchup for them to face. So yeah, bottoming Lightning Bolt I think was a mistake. If we lose to this Glistener Elf, I'm gonna feel like a big dummy. Guess I'm just blinded by the power of Liliana, you could say. Here, we'll go ahead and drop Verdant. Yep, so hopefully that doesn't cost me the game. Ayadis. Here, let's grab Overgrown Tomb. Another copy of Plague Engineer is useful. Opponent does not have blue. They could have Veil of Summer. I think I do need to Brutality. We'll escalate. Hopefully they just have nothing. And what are we discarding here? I think it's got to be Second Engineer. Card that we can potentially get back with Kolaghan's command. The Pillage I want to keep for Inkmoth Nexus. We have a tough time beating that card. Unless we draw a trophy at some point, Tracer, I think we're going to have a tough time beating Inkmoth Nexus. Alright. This is not what we wanted to see here. That is true. Damn it. Oh no. This hand is very good. If they draw a fetch land, it's lights out. I think we actually have to take scale up here. Yeah, Bolt was definitely a misplay. One second. Inkmoth. Sure. Sad. If only. Plague Engineer, naming Blinkmoth. Well, they have Distortion Strike in hand, so... Oh wait, they can't cast that. I think it's Blinkmoth. They drew the blue that they needed for Distortion Strike here, so now we die. Very true. I can't block the elf. Hexproof and cannot be blocked. Well, we got ripped of our 5-0, but I can't complain. I would have loved to have 5-0, but I think we messed up at the end. All in all, very good showing with the deck. That's the closest that I've ever gotten to 5-0 chat. So, yeah, I mean, that's, yeah, I guess if I kept Lightning Bolt, that could have been a better play. It's a lot of different paths to victory versus Infect. I think I just got greedy. All I saw was the Liliana in hand and how to get that down. Lightning Bolt, one of our better forms of interaction, so that's on me. But lots of reasons to be happy here. We faced Grixis. We faced 4-color Death Shadow, Grixis, Death Shadow, Black-Red Hollow one with Eldrazi Conscription, that style deck. What do we face? Black-Red Unearth with Lightning Skelemental, and then Infect were the 5 rounds of this league. So 4-1 is still good. 4-1 is still good. I can't complain. I would really love the 5-0, but I can't complain. So, I'm hyped. What should we do with our winnings here? The play points gonna go right into another league. That's what's gonna happen there. The chests, we could potentially sell the chests for tickets. Maybe pick up another another copy of Kroxa or something like that, so we can start playing the Willy Edel Jun list. Let's actually take a look. See how far we are from the updated Willy Edel Jun list. Also, huge shout out to everybody who came through today. What an amazing time.